afternoon, peasants. My name is Lord Coffee Spanker of Teton, though you may call me Your Grace or Lord. It is your choice, but I prefer it if you called me by my full title. Anyhow, I am playing this wonderful game, Warhammer, with my good friend, Targon, or... Now, he is currently standing behind the camera, filming me, and I think I should tell you about my current army. As you can see, they are not painted, but that can wait. I shall get my servants to do that. This here is my crisis commander, Shazzo. He has a fusion blaster, a cyclic iron blaster, missile pods, shield generator, and iridium armour, which sadly isn't glowing at the moment. I don't know why. And over here is my Piranha, which simply has a fusion blaster and these two drones. And then my Fire Warrior squads. They are all Shazzo units, and they have 2 gun drones for each squad, as shown here. And each leader of each squad has a bonding knife, just to keep the morale up. Do you understand? And of course they have hardwired drone controllers to keep control of the drones, otherwise those drones would probably rebel, and you don't want that, do you?
And now, the army that Lord Coffee Spanker of Teton will be facing. He will be facing a librarian with Might of Titan, Summoning, Quicksilver, and Sanctuary psychic powers. He will also be facing a Grandmaster with a Mastercrafted sword, Rad grenades, Cyclostroke grenades, Blind grenades, Melter bombs, and digital weapons. He will also be facing 5 Terminators, all with swords, with 1 Incinerator.
I do believe my guys are going to die. Would you be so kind as to spare them a little grief?
I shall make their death swift and kind.
Thank you.
He shall also be facing 1 lone Vindicare assassin and 4 servo skulls which have yet to be deployed. And now, on to the game itself.
Good afternoon again. This is the battlefield that we shall be playing upon. We are going to be attacking these objectives, as you see here. And we are all lined upon the table edge, as shown. And inside that pub, the fiend has got his Vindicare assassin. Do excuse me. Anyway, on with the game. Once again, it is me, your lord, speaking on this battle rep. Now, it is the end of my turn, and I've simply moved my squads forward a tad, and my skimmer has bunched up across the river. And as you may notice, there's a lack of drone here, of servo skull. It kind of went kaput, if you understand. And I attempted to blow up that pub, which I understand is an objective, but it's a place of worldliness and frivolity.
Good afternoon. As you can see, I'm appearing in this Batrep for the first time. Now, as you can see, not much has happened with the current battle. My Grey Knights have lined up neatly along the pub. I don't know if you can see that. All along here. The Vindicare inside has turned round and has fired into the devilish Piranha, and as you can see has removed the weapon. I'm sorry, I moved it there. I shall move it back. And this lone person took a pot shot over here and killed one person. That is the end of turn 1. Please join us for turn 2 in a few seconds.
Bound and cheat. Well, it's the end of my second turn, and I've killed a guy. Yeah, I managed to kill a guy. I've also quite shaken up the pub, and I've also destroyed quite a lot of beer inside.
I do believe the orcs are getting angry.
I didn't know there were any orcs inside.
Neither did I.
But yes, I also believe that I might have also destroyed their coffee machine, which I don't think they're going to be pleased about that. And I've also captured that objective. So currently I hold 4 objectives. I only need 1 more, and I will win.
It is now the end of Grey Knight's turn 2. As you can see here, I have moved my people around, and they are eager to repay for the loss of their brethren. They have fired their storm bolters into the squad before you, inflicting precisely 1 casualty. The Vindicare assassin, who is hiding inside the building, has fired a shot into their commander, instantly taking 2 wounds off his life. Next turn, I gain repayment. See you next time.
Good afternoon again. As you may see, I haven't really moved at all. Whatsoever, in fact. But I have, in fact, taken out one of their units. Well, not units. Scoundrels. But yes, I've also wounded quite a few of them. Well, no, 2. Though, still, it's pretty good. But I haven't been able to get that cursed Vindicare assassin.
Good afternoon. It is now the end of turn 3. As you can see, my knights have moved forward and are fording the river as we speak. They were unfortunately slightly out of charge range, which came to about here. So they fired their storm bolters into this squad and killed 2. As you can see, the Xeno scum. And also the Vindicare, hiding out here, has fired and killed their commander.
I shall get my revenge.
No, he won't. On to town, turn 4, where they will inevitably die. Thank you.
My people are still mourning the loss of their honourable general, but they've strike back. They've taken down their leader as well. As you can see, he's quite dead, but he's refusing. His body is refusing to, acknowledge that he's dead. I've also moved my skim up there, and I do believe that is now kaput. So now the skimmer cannot be shot by that confounded Vindicare. But he can shoot, well, the gun drones can shoot upon his Terminators.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to Grey Knights Turn 4. And as you can see, my Grey Knights haven't changed position from when you saw them last. Last you saw them, they were fording a river. Since then, they have walked forward, charged a huge mob of Tau, Fire Warrior, Xeno scum that were there. And as you can see, there were 10 or 11, I believe. There are now only 3 left. However, unfortunately, I did lose a Terminator in the process. His name will be inscribed in the Book of Vengeance. And as you can see, I have charged them, and I've moved backwards and proceeding to charge the next squad. And my Vindicare in here has attempted to fire upon the leader of that squad, but sadly failed to wound. Onto Tau, turn 5. Go.
I haven't made any progress this turn, but I shall flatten them. I shall kill that Vindicare. He knows not what comes.
Good afternoon. As you can see, my Grey Knights have appeared to split up, if you will.
That was a explosion from upon the battlefield.
Indeed. As you can see, the Grey Knights over here have consolidated around to the opposite side of the crater from the Xeno scum massing upon the other crater. And you can see my Librarian has left the unit and has come over the river to assist the Vindicare in the devilish hatching of the plot from the Tau gun drones. That plot has since been dealt with. The Vindicare is still safe. The gun drones have gone to their digital heaven, and the Librarian is currently here and poised to try and make a mad rush for this objective, or, if I so choose, to try and attempt to kill the Piranha, thus securing me 2 objectives as opposed to his 1 objective, leaving me with the victory.
He has 3 soldiers left. A simple Grey Knight over here, his Librarian, and his Vindicare assassin. Now, I know his plan, I think. He intends to rush his Librarian over to this point and try to win the game. But I think I can kill him on the way there. Or I could just shoot that guy, and then I will have won. Because I currently own 2 territories, and that one over yonder is congested. So, if I kill either him or his Librarian, both who only have 1 wound, then I will have won. So this is going to go well.
Good evening. It is now the end of Grey Knight turn 6. So, what has happened, I hear you cry? Let me explain. First off, you may remember upon the Orc pub there was once a roof, and on that roof there was a Piranha. As you can see, the Piranha did not fare well in this turn. It is now being punished mercilessly. Let me explain what happened. My Librarian realised that he would not possibly survive the dash to this objective. Therefore, he resolved to uncontest this objective. He hopped onto the roof and he assaulted the Piranha. He used psychic powers such as Hammer Hand and Might of Titan, and he penetrated that Piranha. And that Piranha, having suffered penetration, is blown up. The librarian was caught in the ensuing explosion and the destruction of the roof, but has survived these obstacles and is now running toward the door to help his last surviving brother in holding this objective. Will it work? We shall see.
Good fellas. That guy is dead. He was a baby. He cried to his mama. And see what has happened to his team. It is simply the librarian and the assassin. They shall die.
Thank you, Lord Coffee Spanker. So, it is now the end of the game. We're glad you could join us for this brief excursion into battle. Now, if we review the table, you will see the results of our skirmishes. On the Grey Knight side, I've lost 6 out of 7 members of the Grey Knights. On the Tower side, he has lost several dozen Fire Warriors and his Piranha and his commander. Now I'm sure you are all eager to hear the results. On the Tower side, they are controlling this objective, and this gun drone is within 3 inches of this objective. But on the Grey Knight side, the Vindicare assassin has remained in control of this objective quite distinctly. And, thanks to some lucky rolling, my librarian managed such a burst of speed to run out of the pub, across the river, and behind this crater to control this objective. The Tower therefore controlled 2. The Grey Knights therefore controlled 2. I hereby declare it a draw.
A YouTube video.
I know, and it's quite hard.
Occupational hazard. Hello YouTube, this is my brother. He's awesome. Bye bye.
You could just edit that out.
I just thought it at the end.